So this is a program that Dr. Sue Morter has developed, and I am getting certified, and I just find it absolutely amazing. But I feel like not that many people really know what it is. So I kind of wanted to go a little into what it's about. Um, so we all have a soulful self. So this is really who we really are. This is love. This is source. This is whatever it is that you believe in. We can all be that person, but we have a protective personality. You may have heard that as the ego. We like to call it the protective personality. So this is the piece of you that's trying to keep you safe. It's kind of just your mind. So if you have this great idea to do something, and your mind tells you, no, you can't do that. You're not ready for that. You can't do that. That would be your protective personality trying to keep you safe. The great thing about energy codes coaching is that it gives us a way to look at our experiences. There's always a way to go from where we currently are to where we want to go. And so the energy codes help us actually change the energy underneath everything, underneath our mind, underneath just our protective personality. We're all energy. We are all energy. Everything is energy. Something that I find so crazy is that each one of our atoms is like 99.9% air. So what's actually keeping us together is energy. We're not really that physical. And so by getting underneath and harnessing the energy that we have, it can really change our lives, change our health, change everything. So when our energy is stagnant or blocked, we would begin to suffer mentally, emotionally, or physically. It's really, energy codes is really a type of energy medicine, because we're learning about those energetic patterns, which is going to help us feel better physically. For me, one of my biggest ailments has been migraines. So they come on strong and they'll come on for like a week at a time. And I've seen so many different doctors about this, and nobody really has an answer. I wanted to know what the underlying cause is of my migraines, and no doctor can tell me. Like, oh, it might just be your diet, it might be your hormones, it might be the weather. But there's no answer, and nobody is willing to help me figure that out. What the energy codes has helped me do, and like really harnessing the energy underneath, is like just stop it in its tracks. I can feel my headache coming on, and then I can work with the energy underneath to get rid of it. What's interesting is that with Western medicine, the only thing that's been offered me are some pills. And I tried the pills for a while, and I think they were causing more energy blocks because I was having all of these other symptoms that were almost worse than the migraines because they were constant. And so being able to work with the energy that lies underneath us is like really what's going to help us feel better. And so what we're really trying to do is get our energy moving. By having the energy flow through our body freely, that's going to keep us healthy and energetic and just feeling good. So if you have ever worried yourself into a stomach ache, you've harnessed your own energy. If you've ever been able to relax enough to get rid of a headache, like I have learned how to do, then you've also been able to work with your energy. And so energy codes is just a way for us to really be intentional about this. And instead of worrying yourself into a stomach ache whenever you're worried, there's ways that we can breathe and just relax and get rid of the worry instead of getting yourself sick. So one of my favorite concepts with energy codes coaching is the energy man. So this is the idea that we all have layers of energy around our body. And so starting with the most obvious would be our physical body. So this is kind of what we always think that we are. But we're so much more than that. We have a lot of layers of energy on top of it. So the first layer kind of lies within the body. So that would be the chakra system, which we call the etheric body. And this is like where we have concentrations of energy within our body, where we want those to be flowing freely. We also have our emotional or feeling body, and this is the frequency of what we're feeling, how our emotions are. So the next time you're feeling really angry, if you come into your body, you can actually feel that emotion. This is like something that's pretty new for me. I've never really been taught to feel my emotions, but each emotion has a different feeling inside of the body. And so that is literally just energy. That's all it is of what we're feeling, is the energy flowing through your body. We also have the mental body. And so these are our thoughts and beliefs. It's the stories that we've made up, it's our opinions, it's our judgments about the way things are supposed to happen. It's our mind, it's the way that we're thinking about things. And the mind is not bad, it's a very good tool for us to have, and we can use it to our advantage. But I think it's also important to realize that what things that our mind says are not always true. So we don't have to believe everything that's going on inside of our head. And then the final and most external layer would be our spiritual body. So this is where the soulful self lives. This is our basic nature. This is the quality of love that's innate to all of us. And so our soulful self is trying to get into our physical body so that we can be this true nature all of the time. And we have all of these blocks and gunk. Just kind of, it's making it difficult for it to be coming at us. So this would be like if you aren't feeling your emotions, they can get trapped inside of your body. Or if you just haven't built the circuitry inside of your chakra system, so maybe they're not talking to each other. By not having that energy being able to flow through, there really is a block for the soulful self to be able to get into your body. And so I do have a photo of kind of what this looks like. So this is what I'm talking about here. These are the different layers of our energy system. So along with energy, man, we also have a torus field going through our body. So we have those layers of energy going around us, and then we have a torus field going through us. So this is, it's kind of like a circular pattern. So the energy comes through us and around. And what we're looking for is a perfect circle, perfect sphere. That would be like when energy is running through us and we're able to heal. Our body is healing at that moment. But we all have gunk and blockages, and that kind of creates some wobble. So instead of having a nice spherical energy going around, it can kind of go off centered because we're going around all of the blockages that we have. And I do have a picture. Of this. So this would be the ideal state. So the energy is coming straight down. That's the torus field, comes down and then bounces back off the earth and comes around in a circle. So down here, you can see some of these patterns where it has to go around some blockages that we have. And with the energy codes coaching, this is what we're trying to get rid of. It's just like creating the circuitry so that we can actually have the energy flow through all of the chakras, going through our body and making the energy more circular instead of this wobble where it's not quite circular. And then one of my very favorite practices with the energy codes coaching is all of the breath work that we teach. And so like I was kind of saying, we want to connect everything inside of our body. And so we're creating circuitry. So it's connecting all of the chakras in our central channel, which is basically just going from the top of our head down to the very bottom of our spinal cord. So we want to be able to have our energy be able to flow through there. And what you might notice if you follow your spinal cord, you might realize like, I barely even feel my body in between, say, my heart and my stomach. And so maybe you just don't have the circuitry there. So we can start to do some breath work and be able to bring that circuitry back online, which is just going to help improve your energy and help your body heal itself.